First, I just want to say, 15 years ago, I walked into this city as a young man with dreams, big dreams, a little bit of nervousness, and a whole lot of fire in my heart. I had no idea back then what this journey would bring. I didn't know how many times I would be tested. I didn't know how much I would grow. And I surely didn't know how deeply I would fall in love with these fans and the team in this city.
In an emotional announcement on Tuesday, March 18, 2025, at the Philadelphia Eagles NFL training facility, veteran defensive end Brandon Graham declared his retirement after 15 illustrious seasons with the team. The 37-year-old had a career that began with scrutiny and ended with adoration, ultimately leaving a lasting mark on both the Eagles and the city of Philadelphia. Standing before the media and holding up 2 Lombardi trophies, Graham choked up as he reflected on his long and challenging journey. His voice breaking, he shared, "I gave everything I had in this. I don't have no regrets." The tears flowed freely as he expressed gratitude to his coaches, teammates, family, and the fans who had witnessed his evolution from a much-criticized first-round pick to a beloved icon of the Eagles' defense. Graham's career was anything but smooth, and it took time for him to win over the notoriously demanding Philadelphia fan base. Drafted as the 13th overall pick by the Eagles in 2010, Graham's early years were marred by struggles to meet the lofty expectations that came with being a first-round selection. In his first 5 seasons, he recorded just 17 sacks and was often relegated to a backup role. The bust label was attached to him early in his career, and it seemed like he might never live up to his potential. But Graham was resilient, working tirelessly to improve and eventually securing his place as a key player on the Eagles' defensive line. "It was tough even to leave the house early in my career when I was given that bust label," Graham recalled during the press conference. "But I'm glad I pushed through. I stayed in Philly, and through all the struggles, injuries, and moments where I had to prove myself, you never let me feel comfortable. You held me accountable. You pushed me to be better." Graham's relationship with the fans of Philadelphia is a testament to perseverance. The very same people who doubted him in the early years eventually became his loudest supporters. He continued, "You made me work for this, and I appreciate you for that. When the time came, we celebrated together. 2 times. That celebration, of course, came in the form of 2 Super Bowl victories. The pinnacle of Graham's career came during Super Bowl LII, following the 2017 season, when his crucial strip sack of New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady late in the game helped seal the Eagles' first-ever Super Bowl title. That play, which thwarted a comeback attempt by the Patriots, is etched in the memories of Eagles fans forever. For Graham, it was a defining moment. "That's where I felt like things started to get even better from that point on," he said. "That's something I will always remember." The Super Bowl victory marked a turning point in his career, as he became not only a key player but also an undeniable part of Eagles history. Although Graham's role in Super Bowl LII was the high point of his career, his journey didn't end there. After years of hard work and injuries, Graham returned to the Super Bowl stage in February 2025, this time in Super Bowl LVII against the Kansas City Chiefs. Despite dealing with a torn triceps injury, Graham suited up for 13 snaps, contributing 1 tackle to the Eagles' 40-22 victory. Although his participation in the game was limited, the fact that he played at all was a testament to his indomitable will. Graham's decision to retire, which he had hinted at earlier in the 2024 season, was influenced by the fact that he had the opportunity to return to play in the Super Bowl. "I was happy to be able to make it back, to play with my guys. Put that uniform on one last time at a big moment on a big stage," he said. "If I hadn't played in the Super Bowl, maybe I would have tried to come back for one more season. But that was the moment I was waiting for." Over the course of his career, Graham became one of the most consistent and reliable defensive players in Eagles history. Although he only recorded double-digit sacks in one season, 11 sacks in 2022, he was a constant threat to opposing quarterbacks, consistently generating pressure throughout his 15-year career. He ends his career with 76.5 sacks, ranking 3rd in team history, and is the Eagles' all-time leader in games played with 206. His 5.5 sacks in postseason play also represent the most in franchise history. He earned a Pro Bowl selection in 2020 and was named a second-team All-Pro in 2016. His remarkable comeback in 2022 from a ruptured Achilles tendon to record 11 sacks and help propel the Eagles to the Super Bowl earned him 4th-place recognition for the AP Comeback Player of the Year award. Graham's longevity and ability to remain effective even through injuries speak to his work ethic and dedication to his craft. He leaves the game as a 2-time Super Bowl champion, a cornerstone of the Eagles' defense for over a decade and a half, and one of the most respected players to ever wear the green and silver. Reflecting on his time with the Eagles, Graham's words resonated with all those who had followed his career. We fought and we fought hard. We celebrated the highs and endured the losses, and through it all we built something that can never be taken away. 2 championships. 2 of them. We made history together. Brandon Graham's legacy will forever be intertwined with the Eagles' history, and his retirement marks the end of an era for both the player and the franchise. Eagles fans will forever remember his passion, resilience, and the heart he poured into every game, culminating in 2 unforgettable Super Bowl championships.